for tuning in. PLO Professor here. In this episode, you guys are going to see something that you probably won't see very often. You're going to see me play a no-limit hold'em tournament. Now, it's important that as a professional, you mix in a variety of different games, and sometimes if a no-limit hold'em tournament is calling your name, then sometimes you have to play it. What's really funny is Wayne and I get done with our meetup game in Dallas, go to the hotel room at like 3 in the morning, decide we're just going to drive to Houston that morning, go to Houston, check into the hotel at about 8 in the morning, then we get about 3 hours of sleep, and then play the tournament at noon. So the funniest part about this whole story is I was literally on way less sleep than I'm used to, and I don't care too much for two-card poker, but this is something that you guys will definitely enjoy. So as you guys watch it, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please let me know if you guys like this type of stuff. Should I incorporate some of this stuff? Because I do have some, for example, like 20-40 hands that are limit coming up from St. Louis as I was there recently. So I'm going to see what you guys think about this, and then maybe I'll incorporate some other stuff as well. But yeah, I like to mix in a few things. But hope to see you guys in the series. Wayne and I are going to be there June 2nd to June 10th. My birthday happens to be on June 6th. And so hopefully I'll see you guys there at the series at the Paris. I know Wayne and I are firing in a couple of Omaha bracelet tournaments. I don't know if I'm going to be back for the 17th for the Big O tournament, even though a lot of people keep telling me I should. I'm just going to play it by ear. Last year I spent 46 days in Vegas consecutively, and from day 1 to day 40, like 3, I think I lost like 15 pounds. I looked like a zombie. It was just really, I looked really beat up and worn down. So I'm not going to do that this year. This year I'm going to go out and play whatever I'm feeling like is calling my name, and hopefully that'll do good. I have had some people ask me, am I going to sell any of myself? No, I'm not. I know a lot of people sell themselves and then sell it with a markup, and if you have somebody even with proven tournament experience, it's difficult for them to cash and get your money back. Not saying that I haven't done that in the past and made people happy. I have, but it's just one of those subjects that a lot of players do, and I really don't know how I feel about it. Like, I sold some of my action last year, and I don't know, this year I just feel like too many people are selling too much of themselves with a markup. So everybody's like, oh, I've got a 15% markup or a 20% markup or a 25% markup. And I don't know, I think that takes away a little bit of poker when people don't have 100% of themselves. And I know that's something like Daniel Negreanu's talked about in High Stakes, how a lot of the high rollers don't even have 100% of themselves, or many of them will only have 50% of themselves. So even when they're buying into like a 100K tournament, they're only spending $50,000 of their own money. And, it kind of, makes it like, if it's not your money, maybe you're not playing more optimally. I'm not sure. Or maybe you are trying to play better or more optimally versus your gut because you have investors. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm kind of curious, but it's one of those things that I was thinking about a lot, and I'm like, I know this year I'm just not going to sell any of myself. I think part of it too is if you don't sell any of yourself, you're really just putting it out there that, hey, I believe in myself more than anybody. But I don't know. Like I said, I sold some of myself last year, and I didn't do well with it. The previous year, the big tournament I shipped, somebody was actually supposed to buy 25% of my action, and literally before the cards were dealt, I called him up and I said, hey, you want to cash at me $200 or PayPal me $200? And he says, I'm going to have to pass on this tournament. He was literally going to have 25% of my action with zero markup. And I'm glad he didn't send me the $200. But yeah, it's one of those things where I've sold part of myself before in the past, and just kind of curious what you guys think. If you think that's also a wise investment as well. Like, somebody's buying into a $600 tournament and they're selling 50% of themselves, but you have to pay $360. And I get that as professionals, just selling myself last year with a group of people and then messaging them on updates, it is extra work. I get that. And as a professional, you should be paid for that. But at the same time, I think it kind of just waters it down. I don't know. Maybe I'm an ass and I just have an opinion. I know, but hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. Let's see if we can ship this one, eh? Play smart, everybody. Run like a god. So here we are at the start of the Donk City Open. Starts off with a total of 19 people. We actually end up getting about 81, 82 registrations. And it's a $200 buy-in. It's at Elite Poker Social. This is the very first Donk City Open that they offered for $15K guarantee. Both Wayne and myself run this one. So we are all in. There's 31 people left. We're on a race. We happen to be in a race with one of the owners of the club, so this is even better. So as you guys can see here, this is a Hold'em tournament, and I didn't want to show any of the early levels because there's a lot of opportunities where you're pretty much pushing, and you always plan on 3 bullets for every tournament. So I wanted to show you all the hands at end of registration and the hands that are significant. Now, in the tournament, there always comes a time in which you might say this was a tournament-defining hand. This is the hand that allowed me to get to the final table. This is the hand that allowed me to get to cash or min cash. And basically, this is what a hand is right here. We have pocket jacks versus ace-king all-in pre-flop. Blinds were 8,000, 6,000, 8,000, 16,000. And I believe I had 250,000 in my stack. So the hand just played itself. So I sped this up ×2 so you guys don't have to see the dealer stacking the chips, but we ended up having a total of 251,000 in the pot, all in pre-flop. So let's hope we can run like a god. Let's see what the run out is. Let's go.
251.
251. Well, I appreciate the action regardless of the outcome.
I still have the rebate.
You do have a rebate.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see. It's making the vlog no matter what, even though I normally don't do Hold'em, but that's all right. All right. Here we go. Elite Poker Social in Houston. Oh, that's a pretty good
way
flop.
Behind here.
Put a club out there. Make it a sweat.
Oh man,
I'm
that's
okay
it,
with that.
Man. Behind.
Oh, there we go.
That was it.
All right. He's great. All in. 16 left. Ace Queen versus pocket nines. Let's see if we get some love. Got a sweat. Oh, all right. We end up scooping this one. There you go. Hi. Hi. There we go. Final table. 5, 6 of clubs versus 4, 7. Blind versus blind violence here at Elite Poker Social. Blind versus blind. We're at the final table, everybody. Let's go. Coming into the final table, we are actually the chip leader. We have around 1.4, 1.5 million in chips. And chip stacks are decent sizes all around. We do have a little bit of a chip lead on everybody. So when you are the chip leader at a final table, you can approach it 2 different ways. You can either be ultra aggressive and force the action to everybody, or you can be patient and take your time. In this situation, I decided to be patient and take my time for a couple different reasons. I'll explain that in a minute. We got an all-in after the flop, Kings versus Jack 7 on a 3-7-8 board. Oh my God, he sucks out, he gets a jack. Help! He gets another jack. Oh, nice hand, sir, nice hand. Got pocket 8 versus ace 6. Pretty good flop. Put a 4 out there, give us a sweat. Okay. That's safe. Still safe. So this happens to be the last hand of the tournament that I have on footage. The reason why is my meetup game was going on at the same time at Elite Poker Social. We were actually 6-handed for an hour and a half, and we are already over 3 hours into the meetup game. And I joked about this with Wayne, that one of us could be at the final table while our meetup game was going on, and that actually ended up happening. Now, the reason why we chopped it after we busted out the 6th person on the tournament, there was a couple reasons. Our chip stacks were all about the same, but the person that we ended up busting out had a little bit of an attitude on him, and we were already 3 hours over the meetup game. So I was more than happy to chop the tournament. Everybody ended up getting $2,500, $2,600 for the remaining 5 of us on a $200 buy-in, and then I got to go play in the meetup game. So not too bad at the end of the day. Thank you guys for watching again, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button right over here. We definitely appreciate it. And also check out some of the things that we're selling on our Etsy store. Link is down below. And then don't forget, we are doing Dancing with Our Stars, which is a charity fundraiser. And I'm going to put the QR code right here. So please, if you can do all three of those, I greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel. Thank you, everybody. Play smart and run like a god.